Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy, and this is a chew review. This is chew review number 42. And as you just saw, it is of Axton. So let's take a look at the packaging. So this is a fold-over twist. I call them fold-over. It is a type of twist tobacco which is basically only folded once on itself. They tend to be a little bit shorter. All right. This is natural leaf. All right. On the back, you have the warning label barcode and the manufacturer, which is R.C. Owen Company of Gallatin, Tennessee. Underneath, you have one twist and a lot number. That is well within date for this stuff, in my opinion. And then you have foreign domestic, which I actually did not check out before this review, so pardon me. Well, that is interesting. So, whereas all of the other products from R.C. Owen have been basically 100% domestic, this is 30 domestic and 70 foreign. But I just thought of something else with this company. The foreign 70% is just foreign. It is Canadian. Okay? This product is made completely with American and Canadian tobacco. There was one other product from them that was like this. I can't remember which one. I believe it was the first review of an R.C. Owen product. I did, whatever that is, if you want to look back. It did have a foreign content, and that turned out to be Canada too. The reason it stands out in my mind is because I didn't even know it was possible to grow tobacco in Canada until I read that. So, now, this is a shorter package. It is holding a little bit of air there, as you can see. The twist itself is shorter. A regular twist, even from this company, comes down to about here bag-wise. All right, about another inch, maybe two, somewhere in between an inch and 2 inches. And the twist themselves, which aren't the hugest, but R.C. Owen's like regular twist, like when you think of a twist, it's probably 1 to 2 inches longer than this. So I'm going to pull some scissors here, and I'm going to cut the bottom. And then we are going to get a smell off the bag here. So this is natural leaf. I am guessing this is a non-sweetened product. So, having had one of these before, I'm sort of knowing what I'm getting into here. So, the disclaimer is that this is not going to be for everyone at all. Okay? Smell off the bag is a natural tobacco, a dried tobacco smell. I'm not registering anything that may be sweet. Nothing like that. So I'm going to pull it out. By the way, the product is pliable. Out here. It's very dark. So basically why I call these foldovers is because you got the main base of it, and it goes once, and it folds over and tucks behind itself. And they clamp it at the end. The color is very dark. There are some blonde highlights. There is a peek into the product right there. It looks pretty darn dark inside as well. It smells all right, but taste-wise, I'm going to go out on a limb. It's not really going out on a limb. It's going to lean bitter. I'll tell you that right now. So what I do with these, I usually take where the fold over is. So I'm going to take my little clip here. There's nothing brittle about it. It's sort of gummy cutting into it, which is how you want it. Yeah, you heard something pop there though, right? So that's what you're looking at. Inside, that's what you're looking at as well. Now, these twists, really what the twist is not the spiral like on a regular twist or this fold over. It's that. It's twisted. In England, tobacco like this is usually called rope. All right? Twisted tight and usually put in some sort of clamp on either end and left like that for an elongated period of time. So it's not so much on a regular twist like the spiral going down, and it's not the fold over here. It's the actual cord of tobacco that's making those spirals or fold overs being twisted. All right, so I'm going to throw this in, and I'm going to hit the pause button because I may actually take a little more. I sort of cut off smaller than I had planned. Also, these take a little while to get going, juices wise. So I will be back in a moment. And I am back. So this is actually not as bitter as the previous fold over I did, which was, well, actually that was Futurity. The Wild Duck was the one that was really bitter. This is not as bitter as that, but it is leaning heavily bitter, if not just flat out bitter. This is not for everyone. This is something, it's sort of old-timey. I can appreciate the way the old style processing and whatnot, and the fact that they've put this forth the way it's always been put forth, number one, and number two, they've done it with minimal, toying with the actual leaf. So in that way, I can appreciate it, but this is not something even I would, buy on a regular basis. And most people probably would have had it out of their mouth by now. I'm going to be completely honest. It's very different. It's a very good idea of an old style. Now, Havana Blossom from National Tobacco, the people that put out Stokers, is a natural, non-sweetened, but at the same time, it has been processed in a way that's a little bit more sort of user-friendly. This stuff, they haven't really gone out of their way to appease any group except for their core buyers, which are probably in their 80s and live in mid-Tennessee. So if that gives you an idea of where you're standing flavor-wise. In the mouth, it stays very firm. When you first put it in, you really have to chew at it. Like actively chew it. Not gnawing on the end or biting down. You gotta chew it. Otherwise, it will take literally forever for it to soften up. Nicotine, I don't notice any nicotine from chew ever. This is going to have chew levels. It does feel sort of zingy in the mouth. I'm going to write that off as the bitterness coming through in the leaf. There is some nicotine. I mean, all chew has some nicotine, but compared to dipping products, no, it's not going to have much. But the mouthfeel is a little zingy, especially on the farther back side of the tongue. So, all in all, these things from this company, I'm glad I've tried. And I'm glad that it was able to add content and something different for this channel. But I couldn't see myself using any of these on a regular basis. Twist in general, with the exception of the Cumberland Classic, I have not been overly enthralled with by any means whatsoever. Even more mainline twists tend to be very not sweet. As for this company, even the sweetened products don't even register as sweet. They just take the edge off the bitterness, basically. They neutralize the bitterness. I haven't had anything from RC Owen that has come off to me as being, oh, wow, this is sweet, this is good. There's nothing like that. So, RC Owen, it's a small company. It's one I would like to give my business to, but in my area, it cannot be found. This was shipped up. This review is thanks to Buddy Hollandale. He shipped this up to me a while ago, and I've been fridge keeping it ever since. Had planned on doing it much earlier than right now, but since the bag was holding air, I decided to hold it in reserve, and as it turns out, I've needed it. So, this has been the review of Axton Natural Leaf Chewing Tobacco. It is a twist in the sort of fold-over format. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy. I'd like to say hello and thank you to Mitch Schramm, Mustang GT Dude 02, The Rank King, Isaac Wilden, and Mitchell Sheffer. Guys, I do appreciate your subscriptions. I hope you all are well. Do check out Berg's Dip Reviews, Dirty Pat Walsh, Wayside Lee 83, Real Talk Studios, No Bluff Buff, Snuff Strings, and snoozefreak.com, the channel here on YouTube. I do hope everyone is well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.